We're back. 1980 Saturday morning. Still too little. I probably did learn how to read a little bit, maybe write, but I don't think so. I think I was just still learning how to figure myself out. So we're here once again. We still had like black and white TVs all over the house, except in the living room, which was one color set. But I remember tuning in and we'd have color bars across each and every channel, 2, 4, 7, 9, 11 in California. You'd hear classical music or you hear the beep, but let's just do the classical music because that's more easier on the ears. And now there are a lot of repeated segments of cartoons such as Super Friends, or Super Friends 1980 as it's called, Scooby and Scrappy-Doo, and the Plastic Man Comedy Adventure Show. But now what we're going to go ahead and start. It's going to be a much shorter posting, I think, and maybe 10 minutes shorter because we're not going to review the same ones we did before. And what were the toys I had at the time? Wooden number blocks, giant ones, and these plastic ones as well. I have not seen these exact toys in 35 to 40 years. All right, so let's start with the first cartoon, yeah?
Got it all together now, gang. The Fonz. The good group. One flaky time machine. And a future chick named...
Oh my god. Yep. Oh my god.
My. 57 Milwaukee. Can you dig it? Yeah!
Oh, what a cartoon this was. Now, here's the thing about it. I don't remember much beyond like the thumbnail that you see is a comic book insert advertising these cartoons. I do remember Mork and Mindy, and I do remember Laverne and Shirley. That would come a little bit later. For some reason, I thought, is Mork from Ork in a boxing ring fighting? And why are Laverne and Shirley in the military with the pig? Holy shit, I could remember this way, 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 way back. I said, what the fuck is this? You know, this was when ABC, the intro that you saw, it was like the company picnic. Everybody had to be there. You were mandatory. You were required to be at the company picnic promoting ABC. You know, we're a family, we're all together. Not anymore. You don't see that kind of thing because we have the thing called the internet. The ham radio can only last so long. And public access TV, you know, we had decided to go beyond the television walls, you know. So this what they do is they time travel. There are episodes for free. Don't know, you know, how long they would ever be up there, but you'll know where to find them. It's just, I only want to show a little bit out of sequence, but Jesus, I mean, I do remember a little bit. I don't know much about this. Okay, they time travel. You got Wolfman Jack. Hey, everybody. Yeah. It's like, you know, you could make Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley and Mork and Mindy for like kids. I think they did, did they not do a Dukes of Hazzard cartoon with a dog and shit? I don't remember. These were the days where they just could do that kind of thing. You could have cartoon versions. I remember the episode of The Nanny, Fran Drescher, there was a cartoon Christmas episode. Yeah, this is mostly what I remembered was these little advertisements. The brand new show, you had the Flintstones, Fred and Barney Meet the Thing or the Shmoo or whatever. Oh my God, these things. Now, when we get into the 80s and 90s, I probably switch around to different stations like NBC or CBS, but we stick with ABC for right now because that's the norm. So let's go ahead and do some commercials. But first, this.
Feeling after school? Blow on the draw and I need something to chaw. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Here's a great little snack to tide you over till dinner. If you want something delicious and nutritious, cheese is a super snack. Look, a wagon wheel.
Oh my God. There were so many of these. So many of these. Yeah, there's the Burger King commercial again. Yeah, hunka for a hunk of cheese. Time for timer. I remember that stuff. I was never going to forget that. You didn't think I would forget.
Thirsty, he loves a good shake. It's so cold.
Yep, he's got the shakes. It's the heroin shakes. Shake a lot there. Trying to do the McDonald's thing.
Great shake! I love magic. And I love cake.
So, with my baton, we'll have some fun.
If you're making shake, I'll order one.
It's a magic shake I'll make right
Yeah.
here. When you sip a little,
But all this effort was into mascots
Really?
and hunk of cheese. They have cheese at Burger King.
He's got shake, shake, shakes for everyone. Great shake!
When they put that kind of effort, I mean, that's a different kind of. I'll get you, Rollo. That's what is that?
Rolo.
Cleveland Brown, the
Caramel
Cleveland
and
Show.
Real milk chocolate all rolled together. Rolo.
That's the old professor there. Oh my God, Arlene Sorkin. Okay, we love Harley. We love Harley Quinn. We love Harley Quinn. I do remember this commercial. Plain M&Ms, not milk chocolate, right?
M&M's chocolate candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Oh, that's it.
The Richie Rich Show. The Richie Rich Scooby-Doo Show.
It's Scrappy too.
God, what a time that was. So they started out with a crossover with Scooby-Doo. It was a Scooby-Doo hour, so they'd have more of Scooby and Scrappy-Doo and Shaggy. I don't know when Daphne came back. You figure that she liked Fred, but she probably liked Shaggy more. Who knows? I mean, where did the other two go? I guess they didn't need them. So it was weird not seeing everybody. So I mean, at that time, you only saw Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy-Doo. And Daphne came back, but the other two were not there. And they did a whole this is your life. Guess who's behind the curtain? I remember this. That was in 1984, 1985, somewhere in there. Oh, that was a long time ago. My mind's wandering back to that. And but the other half, of course, was Richie Rich. And I remember the cartoons were funny, but then they got a little slightly serious, more episodic, more serial-like. You know, you'd follow the serious adventures of Richie Rich. They did make a sort of a 90s version for, I guess, was it Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera? And here is Richie Rich going on that gold. They got, all these little solutions to everything. They have a gold train and a tunnel to go halfway to China or whatever. They have like every solution. It's like, where's all the money gone? I guess they could just run for president. Maybe Richie Rich could run for president and solve a lot of problems. Just get rid of the money. I just think I remember all of this. This was fun. It's a cute little cartoon. It wasn't my favorite, to be honest with you. Scooby-Doo more than Richie Rich. They had Scooby-Doo and Puppy Hour, but that's another year. But let's go ahead. Let's look a little bit of Schoolhouse Rock.
Solar system is centered round the sun. Little planet Janet, she's a galaxy girl. The solar system is from a future of Earl. She stopped by, but the mercury on Mercury was much too high. So Janet split for Venus, but on Venus she found she couldn't see a thing for all the clouds around. The planet Janet hasn't seen.
I can remember the science stuff pretty well. I mean, there were 4 different categories. There was math, there was grammar, there was America Rock, and then Science Rock. There's the sun. It's not a UFO, right? There's the question mark. It's like they ran these, I think, until the year 2000, along with the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. And then as soon as like even though they had Disney's One Saturday Morning, this stuff was still going on. Oh my God, what a long time ago that was. I mean, that stuff is gone. Disney owns this stuff. Whatever. Fuck it. Let's go to commercials again.
Hey, what you eating? A neat candy bar. Boy, is it
It's the
crispy.
Peanuts kids. It's Charlie Brown and
Smells peanutty. What do you call it? Whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit. That's right. What's right? The name. What name?
they don't do commercials like these anymore.
You forgot the name?
Everything is either too fast with CGI or it's inspirational story commercial. It's like, stop with those.
Have some of that.
Haha.
Hershey's Kisses presents The Frog and the Princess.
Ribbit. Next to a big kiss from a princess. Ribbit. I like the big taste of chocolate in this little Hershey's kiss. Ribbit.
For the big taste you can't resist, it's the big taste of chocolate in a little Hershey's Kiss.
God. So many things. More cowboys.
Gunpowder! Come, runners. No trouble.
Bubblegum. It's gotta be bubblegum.
The odds are you're always ready for a gunfight with Hubba Bubba.
Yep. Oh my God, the old days.
Lets you blow amazing
And they're not.
stick bubbles.
My sisters used to dress like, I think for Knott's Berry Farm, they dressed in like the old schoolmate kind of dresses from the 1800s.
Thundar, the Barbarian.
Oh yeah, this happened in 1994. I'm sure it did. I remember that.
Civilization for science and sorcery. But Ookla the Mock and Princess Ariel, he pits his strength, his curse. Thundar, the Barbarian.
I remember very little of this. I do believe, I'm not sure if it started out on, I think it started out here and then on NBC somewhere. This is, oh my God, he's getting stuck between two giant rats. Kill those rats. Yeah, I mean, it's a fan favorite. People remember this stuff. Now, this came shortly before He-Man. So, I mean, this was the thing to watch before He-Man. I mean, it's all fantasy, but this is supposed to be like future post-apocalyptic world. I mean, you know, do they remember ever being? I mean, does Thundar remember the civilized world? I mean, what the hell happened? You know, you gotta have a laser sword and shit. There he is at the controls. He'll figure out what to do with those controls. He's like, you know what do we do here? It's like Chewbacca, right? You gotta have some kind of mascot. Here's this dude that turns his head, or he changes his face, I think. Da 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 da. Dun, dun, dun. I think it's the same voice actor who did Fred Flintstone. Henry Corden. We must do something. You know, there's only like one female in the group, so who's with her? Thundar or this guy? I don't know. Hard to say. There's different animation pieces. Yeah, this is just like with He-Man. All right, let's move on to some more commercials, and then we're going to Weekend Special.
Dagobah.
Star Wars.
Strange.
Not the prequels.
Be careful.
Action figures each sold separately, like Luke Skywalker and new R2-D2 with sensor scope.
R2, come out of there right now. Help me locate Yoda with your stethoscope. You found someone, I'd say. Your search is
That's
over,
not
Luke.
how he talks.
And Kenobi and Yoda. Learns quickly, Edition Jedi.
Yoda, new R2-D2, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's
We're coming
Star
upon
Wars
those
The Empire
cartoons
Strikes
soon.
Back
The
collection.
Ewoks cartoon and the droids.
What do we have
Speaking of He-Man, look,
Castle Grayskull.
this is the first one.
Not so fast, beast.
I think we're getting to 81 commercials. So we're going to finish with this one, and then we're going to go right to the Weekend Special and then Bandstand.
You have to put the castle together. Beast Man's escaping.
What's wrong, Dad? Dad, you saved the castle.
Yeah, I still have my castle, well, the new one actually, the new Castle Grayskull.
Beast Man each sold separately.
From Mattel. Mayday, Mayday. This is the I don't know what book this is based on. This looks like the beginnings of Tarzan, where the family dies and the kids are like living in the jungle. Is that what this is? Oh my god. Wow, a gripping television. And it's in a book, too.
Andrew, till help gets here. Well, that could be a long time. We're way off course. And there was something wrong with the radio. I don't know if anyone even knows where we are.
Mark, what if it does take a long time to find us? I mean,
Takes too long.
how long can
You're right.
They're gonna go through time traveling and shit. I don't know. Watch the plane explode. Just like in Lord of the Flies or whatever it is. Which was probably a much better plot. Don't think that's gonna work. Is he injured? Oh, he's injured too. Well, that's great. Can't survive 5 minutes out there. And then the snake bites. Oh, shit. Slow run, slow. It's just like Bionic Woman, where, you know, Jake the dog, I think, and they run in slow motion. They're trying to get somewhere. Hey, look, they made it somehow. I don't know. I don't know what this was all about. Surviving in the woods, that's what it was about. Looks like it was a lot of fun, I'm sure. But it's kind of like, what is it? It's like, you know, it's like, the best way I could put it is like, it's like watching those live-action Disney movies from the 60s. They were those. Hey, look, we found the episode on my birthday. This is American Bandstand 1980. There's good old Dick Clark, your favorite DJ, before the stroke, of course. Yep. $25,000 pyramid. Yep. 1980. More people dancing. A little less disco-ish. A little more kind of like rock and roll, but a little less disco. Remember that woman, that tall woman that like had that nice dress and she was out on the dance floor. This is 1980. It's a little more conventional, you could tell. A lot less colorful clothes. Oh, the stop song. Everybody gonna stop all night. Yep. I was 2. I just turned 2. Well, it's nice to know that she's like what? How old is she now? Hold on. I'm trying to think. 51? Yeah, she's in her 50s. That's nice. I know.
Somebody introduced me to this young lady while they were dancing. I guess 2 of you were dancing. A little short for you. And it was hello, how long did you? Now, wouldn't it be nice if everybody had that loving feeling? The man that you're about to meet, once upon a time, didn't have enough money to buy a piano. His mom went out and I don't know what she hawked things or what she got.
Who could this be, right? My mom did not know who this was at all. And all the time. There he is. So, yeah, that's cool. I mean, you know, my mom didn't know who Barry White was. I barely knew in the late 80s, early 90s. All right, so let's go ahead and let's turn off the TV before we get into trouble here. I hope you had as much fun watching this as I was doing this. And we'll see if I can do 81. Now, I think as we get, like I said, as we get to the 80s, it's going to be more CBS and then NBC. They're probably more CBS as we get towards the end. And then we'll do some sort of covering of the last few years since we have lost all those Saturday morning live action and cartoon. I was watching some game shows throughout the years, so I'm still trying to finish that up. Yeah, I told you this would be shorter. But if you like this video, if it's good enough for you, you see those buttons below and those knobs. Touch that dial and you know what to do. And stay tuned for that Boogie versus Wings of Redemption. Who's going to win? Boogie? Let's say Boogie wins against Wings.